Hey guys, just a quick video for Season 4 Bear Trap Jonah for our guild. Just talking about a couple of the new things that are coming along and just give some people some clarity. So I guess this is going to be a joiner video, so we want to talk about what it is that you need to get in regards to your troops. Now remember, the maximum amount of rallies you can get are 6, and we tend to limit ours to 75,000. Obviously we're moving up to potentially 80 or 90,000 now, but let's just base it off the 75 for the moment. So if we were to do that, obviously then we need to consider how many troops we're going to train. Now, if you were going 75, double that, you're going to get 150. So 150,000 troops will get you 2 full rallies. Double that again, you got 300,000 troops, that'll give you 4 rallies. And then add another 150 to get your 6 rallies total. So you would need 450,000 archers in order to get 6 full rallies of a 75k. So I guess there's a bit of a place mark there for you guys to aim for, is that have a look at your own troops, see how many you've got, and then look for the next target and see what that is in order for you to get an extra rally. Now, the idea of putting more troops, as in 75 total, in to say 4 rallies and having 300,000 of your troops used only in 4 rallies instead of 6 is better than having, say, 60,000 in 6 different rallies. And that's to do with the amount of points that you get when the individual rally leaders, when you're joining the higher rallies. So don't spread all of your troops out over 6 rallies just for the hell of it. Maximize each of the top rallies to get the most amount of points in it. So try and go for your 75,000 or your 90,000k troops as joining in the main rallies. Don't worry about the smaller ones. A single large rally will be equivalent to 3 different marches in lower rallies. So always focus on getting into those larger rallies that we have. So that's a bit of a guideline for getting what kind of troops and the goals to go to. Now remember, as a joiner, heroes, all right, we only need 1 in the first position. Okay, so we talk about either lethality or attack many times. And so we've got an extra hero now for us to help out with that. So before we had Amadeus for our lethality. If anyone had them, they could use it. We obviously had Chenko for our lethality. We had Yeon Woo, and that was it for our lethality. For our attack, we had Amane, and a lot of people are realizing the value of her now. So our additional hero now that will give us our extra attack is Margot. Margot has her first skill as an attack as well, so she's the same as Amane for us now. So remember, it has to be maxed out in order for it to be contributing to those 4 main joiner skills. Alright, so let's talk about say War Academy first. So we've got War Academy now, and a lot of people are thinking, okay, what do I need to research on this? What's the best way to go? Because we limit our troops to either 75 or 90k, these first squad deployment capacity things don't really matter. So you need to do them because they're the first step, but I've gotten to 3 and I've just stopped and I've moved to the next tier because the next tier has opened up for me. So don't focus on the squad deployment capacity, it's really not worth it. The next 2 will be health and lethality. Yep, I'll get those up to the bare minimum, then move to the next tier. And then I'll have to do the outside ones, which will just be defense and attack. And then eventually we can go to the main one here, True Gold. Now, this, you can see already, 2,000 dust, okay, to get this, not including all of the upgrades that you've just gone through with all these other things. So the reality of you getting to True Gold Infantry, it's really a waste of time. So I wouldn't worry about it too much at all. I would just do my quests that are available to me, just building up my amount of True Gold dust that I have, and only if you really feel like slowly moving into these trees you can, but otherwise I would completely ignore this True Gold section. Obviously farm to get the points, but don't worry about actually upgrading any of them. So instead, focus on upgrading these guys, okay? Get them up to higher levels. So as we go through the tier ratings in TGs, you're going to get extra skills, which is going to increase your damage and give you more rewards as a joiner. Okay, so we've got tier gold 1, 2, 3, and at the third one here we're going to get an extra benefit. Okay, that's going to increase your damage, so you really want to try and aim for the first tier as being number 3, and then some of those people are lucky and they get up to 5, and they're going to have an extra skill here as well. So their damage output is going to be much higher. So don't worry about the War Academy and trying to get up any of the kind of research into that tree. It's absolutely not worth it. Just focus instead on getting your individual archers and infantry and cavalry up to a higher true gold level. So War Academy, interesting, but not really much benefit. Master Academy. So the 3 heroes, the one that's going to help you with Bear Trap is going to be Valora. With Valora, her skills that you really want to focus on is weapon obsession. That's the main one, and get it up as high as you can. So the highest one you can get is 5, which is absolutely amazing. It's very, very good. The one next to it, Leader by Example, not really that exciting. 1 extra enhancement per 5 levels, not really that interesting. This one, not worth it. Unless you're doing rally leaders. For rally joiners, just complete waste of time, and so is this really. Complete waste of time because it's a capacity increase again, and we're only going to be going to that 75 or 90,000 anyway. So really when it comes to getting her up, you really want her to go here. Now, what about getting her to max skill? How high do I need to go? Only go as high as required to get an increase in these skills, this one here. So whatever the maximum is, I think it is 70, that's the most you need, and then you don't need her anymore. Now, some people will ask, okay, well, what is it like when you get something to 100? When you get to 100, unfortunately, the list goes on. So we've got Pan up to 100. So in the stats, max 100. Now a new research tree is opened up. And you think, great, is that really worth it? Absolutely not. So really, I'm on the first highlight here of about 20 individual markers around this circle here. So there's 20. And then on this page alone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So 20 times, there's like 200 upgrades just in this first page. And there's 5 pages. Okay. So 5 pages, 200 each, that's 1,000. Now, how much do they cost? 5 for each little dot. Okay. So how much do they increase? 0.01% for each 5 marks. Okay, for squadlet. What a waste of time. Just go to your island, focus on your island. It's 1,000 times better than maxing out these guys. All right, so really not worth it. So I would suggest that you focus on Valora, getting her up as much as you can to try and maximize this skill, Weapons Obsession. If you do, or you're running out and you have some spare stats to level up, then go over to Roman and start to do him. The 2 middle ones are the main ones. A lot of people would think, oh, why don't you go and get increased in the health and the battle that you have here on the outside too? It's really not worth it. The rewards are far better in the middle. So the middle 2 are the ones that I'd be focusing on to upgrade those skills. So extra 1 item discounted by 10%. So if you're talking about, or at 5% is what it starts at, if you're talking about something like, the mythic, and that's 12,000, and now you're reducing it, well, it means that you don't need as many points for arena when you're going to get that each week, which is fantastic. Same applies here. This is increasing how many rewards you get by 25%, and that's, or whatever it starts at, which may be 5 or 10. Yeah. That's really good as well because it's daily. Okay, 25% both in the weekly and the daily. So you're getting more bang for your buck here, and that's why I've started on this one, is because you're going to get more benefit out of leveling this up and then eventually transferring over to this one. So that's, I would say, it for the Master Academy. Last, we'll talk about pet buffs. All right, which ones? We've got 4 that are available to us. If I press this and then press quick use, all of them will be activated at once, which I don't want. All right, so which ones are any good? This one here, squad health. Bear doesn't use health. We don't really care about that one. Squad capacity, we don't care about that because we've got 75 to 90,000 troops. So again, don't need this. Lethality, bear doesn't attack, so I don't really care about this. So at the end of the day, this is the only one that matters, which is the Rhino. So if you're thinking about which one helps with bear trap, the Rhino is the one that's going to give you more attack, squad's attack. Does that really matter if you're a joiner? No. It only works for the leader anyway. Last thing I want to quickly do is, you guys have already seen this before, but I am going to do one more just to let people understand exactly what goes on when a rally is called and what a rally leader will look for. So even though you're a rally joiner, this is what a rally leader is going to look for. I should have done that earlier. Let's go into one of these ones instead. This one. So I'm going to click along here where all the people are, and we can see here we've got a couple of different people with different leader skills here at the start. We go into the yellow flag here, scroll down, we have a look at the 4 joiner skills there, and you can see there's a reduction of damage 1, reduction of damage 1, and 50% extra damage. So this is the only one that actually might do anything in terms of benefit of attacking. So we can see 2 of the same and 2 different. If we then go into the rally, it's gone. I'll do it on mine, it'll make more sense. Everyone will join in 3 seconds. Alright, so we've got a Chenko, Jable, space, Chenko. Alright, so we'll go here, have a look. Chenko, Jable, Chenko. So this one here, the Jable, I would have to get rid of it if I wanted to have that extra space. Now this is only a terror, so I don't really care about it. Now, is it because that person is in the 4th position or 3rd position here? No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with their skill, okay? So out of all of these people that have all their skills here, okay, they've obviously got level 5 for all of their Chenkos, so only then does it go down in numerical order after that. So then it just so happened that this person now does get in because we've got a guild that have focused on their skills, and they've therefore become in order of numbers. All right, that's it for today.